Amazon is so big and so ubiquitous that we really don't need to take a lot of time to talk about Amazon. But let's look at some fun facts. Right now, there's about 119 million products on Amazon. You back out the books, and there's about 75 million products. And when the Amazon Wealth Builder training, you're going to develop the skills to identify 12 products and sell those products as a world-class merchant. You're competing in the big leagues now, and we're going to develop the skills to be highly successful and win in that competitive environment. And boy, does it result in a lot of sales. I mean, a lot of sales. 4,000 sales a minute, a wild number. Hard to even fathom that level of volume. And it's being done in big part by 2.5 million third-party merchants. So let's take a look at the third-party merchants. I got to get my timing right there. All right. There's about 200,000 merchants that are doing over $100,000 a year. Now, if you simply want to develop one or two products that can do $100,000 a year, that's highly doable, and the skills you'll develop in this course will enable you to do that. Because again, even if we're going to just do one or two products, if that's your only goal, I'm going to really suggest you do it on a play-to-win strategy where you have brand registry, where you have the videos, where you have the extra power that's enabling you to differentiate yourself from the competition. However, for those of you that really want to build a business, with revenue in excess of $1 million, you could see here that over 25,000 merchants are doing that today. And that number for 2019 is probably going to be 30 or 35,000 merchants. So it's being done. And when you take a look at all the training courses that are available in the marketplace today, you'll hear stories about Sam and Jane and who did all this volume. And yes, some do. And my guess is they took those courses, because those courses are generally good. The competition is competent for training. However, the reason I've gotten in this business is because I think it's disingenuous and I think it's not strategic. The disingenuous component of it is if they talk about somebody who's selling $100,000 a month on Amazon, they're omitting the fact that to do that, they need $100,000 worth of inventory. So your general rule of thumb is your investment in inventory is about equal to your monthly sales. So the capital required to do that is just omitted in these discussions. The other thing that happens is many of the training programs, and especially the stuff that's being introduced by those people that are selling services, some of the people at Jungle Scout or Helium 10, they'll say you could start for $1,500, $5,000, $7,000. Well, that's true, but you're not playing on a level playing field. You're not brand registered, you don't have videos, and you don't have the inventory to support more than $1,000 a month business. So if you want to have a small business and compete with your hands tied behind your back, yeah, it's doable, but that's not the approach that we want to take here. We want to play to win in a highly competitive environment. And now is the perfect time to start. In 2018, Amazon had total sales of $201 billion. In 2022, that's projected to grow to $356 billion. And we're going to take a look in a minute at how much of that is being done by third-party merchants, such as yourself. But first, it's worth noting the share of the US market that Amazon controls in online sales. In 2018, it was 41%, 2019, 45%, And when this chart was published, it was projected to be 47% in 2020, but their Christmas sales were so strong, these numbers are going to be revised upward. Amazon is where people go to buy products. It fulfills primary demand. So one of the most exciting things about being an Amazon merchant is you are where the buyers are. You don't have to create demand. You're just filling that demand. And that demand is being filled by third-party sellers. This slide shows that in 1999, 3% of all of Amazon's sales were by third-party merchants, and last year, 58%. So the reason this is such a great time to enter the market is because since third-party merchants are such a significant component of Amazon's business, they're investing more and more money and resources in supporting third-party merchants. And as I'm going to discuss in a few moments and a little farther on in today's training, this course, they've got new programs that'll really enable you to fast track to success by playing within the Amazon rules. The other thing about Amazon is they've gotten more stringent, significantly more stringent. They've wiped out thousands of bad reviews. They're eliminating the ability to send emails to customers that aren't really tight in how they're worded and only one email. They're really getting more stringent because it's their customer. They want that customer to have the highest level of service, but they're giving you as the merchant more tools and resources and support than they've ever done because it's such a significant part of their business. Now, what I want to talk to you about before we jump into the numbers is thinking about entering this business as a business person, and think of it doing it Amazon style. The picture on the left is a foundation. Now, these are pictures that I took. I live in Seattle. I went over to the world headquarters, and they're laying a foundation for another building. And that's what you're doing. Think about it. That first year when you're investing in inventory, you're investing in legal, accounting, branding, you're making all these investments, that's your foundation. And that's going to enable you to build a building. But while that building is being built, you're reinvesting your profits back into growth, and that's what they're doing. They're building their buildings. Finally, you can end up with a significant enterprise for you. Now, Amazon scale, it's something as gorgeous as their world headquarters with the sphere. But think about it in those terms. You're going to lay a foundation, you're going to grow it, you're going to build it, and it's going to be successful because of the tools and the knowledge that you'll gain as a result of the Amazon Wealth Builder course.